Welcome everyone back to Friday Night Fury, live as always from London, England, and we are back in a major way under new management. And we are starting off with a new championship and a gauntlet for said championship. It's Mei Kazuko defends against three of the best women's wrestlers alive. Out first, we've got Mary Ray Millers, who made a name for herself recently in America. Finds her way in England now. This is not your traditional gauntlet match. Mei Kazuko is not at the end of the gauntlet. No, she is starting off in the first round against Mary Ray Millers. And if she manages to survive, then she will go on to face Callie Kaplan. The winner of that match will go on to face Max the Impaler. Whoever survives the entire gauntlet will walk away with the Legacy Championship. So this is definitely going to be a make or break moment for these four competitors. Mei Kazuko bringing this championship with her and officially christening it as an FNF championship. She's quoted as saying, "Where I got it from doesn't matter, but what matters is that I'm defending it here in FNF." And she is starting off the lineage of this new championship in a fantastic way. I expect some big things from Mei Kazuko here if she can survive the gauntlet and keep the championship around her waist. So Mary Ray Millers in one corner. And Mei Kazuko as champion in another. Could her first night on the job be her last night with the championship? Time will tell as she hands the championship off to James Jackson, the incumbent referee. Trained by Eddie Douglas, so a lot of talent in this matchup. So let's get into this first round of the gauntlet. Mary Ray Millers trying to start off with a lot of strikes on Mei Kazuko and a Meteora as well. Mary Ray Millers went for a drop kick to a downed Kazuko, but nobody home. Mei Kazuko went for a Gamengiri off the middle, but nobody home. Pulled right into that sleeper slam by Mary Ray Millers. Both women going hard on the start, but they've got to conserve energy. If they walk away with the championship here tonight, that's at minimum 3 matches with 3 incredibly different opponents. And Mary Ray Millers with a fantastic double stomp off the top, goes back into the full mount and just laying in the shots to Mei Kazuko. And a springboard moonsault to boot from Mary Ray Millers. And Mary not able to get even a 2 count as she goes now for a Juji Katami on the left arm of Mei Kazuko. Locking it in deep, and Kazuko still having to fight from underneath. Manages to escape. And Mei caught by Mary Ray Millers with a fantastic roundhouse kick to the chest region of Mei Kazuko. That was a devastating counter there. And it continues the onslaught that Mary Ray Millers has had. Standard body slam puts Kazuko down, but she is right back up with that tornado kick. Mary back up and catches her with a Pele. Fantastic double execution of the kicks there by Meika Zuko. Follows through with a standard stomp to a leaned opponent. Dragon screw from Mary Ray Millers, trying to get back into this one, and goes back to the targeting of the left arm. Mary Ray Millers with an interesting twisting leg drop there, sacrificing some power for some flash. But right there, that is all fury with those stomps. Very even matchup. Big Harlem side kick by Meika Zuko. She wants to stay in this so badly, but will she be able to get it done? Mary Ray Millers off the corner with a fantastic middle rope springboard attack there. I'm not even sure what to call that, but Meika Zuko fires back in with a kick and a fantastic roll into a kick of her own. A lot of flash in this one, showing exactly what this division holds in the future. She goes in for her first pin, but also can only get a 1. No 2 count for either woman thus far. And these two competitors giving it their all, but Meika Zuko taken down once again by that dragon screw up to the top rope. Mary Ray Millers goes, but Meika Zuko meets her there. Mary dives and connects with most of a missile drop kick, but crucially did not get all of it. Manages to follow through with a lion salt, hooks the second leg, and nearly got the win with the double leg hook. And a huge Bamaye knee strike from Mary Ray Millers will not put Meika Zuko away. Mary Ray Millers thought she had her done with that Bamaye, but nobody was able to kick out of it quite like Meika Zuko could, the fighter that she is. Going back to this again, we saw her do that before, that fantastic shoulder roll into that kick, grabbing Mary Ray Millers and hooshing her into the corner. What an uppercut, and this is an incredible combination already. Inside out for the Tiger Feint. Gets back in the ring, perfect setup for something else that Meika Zuko can do. Just a standard slam in the corner and toss out. Goes for the cover on Mary Ray. Will she get it here? First 2 count for Meika Zuko, but not quite. May looking to maybe put Mary away here with a rope spring attack. Slingshot, but got caught with the super kick. She went too flashy and got caught, and now the Dragon Sleeper applied by Mary Ray Millers could get the tap out victory and a new temporary champion. Going back to those striking attacks with that leg sweep, and Meika Zuko nowhere to defend herself as Mary Ray continues the assault here. May finally reversal of fortune with a couple of stiff forearm shots. And going to attack that leg. Mary Ray, of course, uses the left leg to use that Bamaye. So even if she hits it again, it may cost her. With all the damage done to that leg. Mary finally managing to push Meika Zuko away. Goes back to the lion salt, this time to the back. And a hellacious hand to the side of the face. And this is only the first round of the gauntlet. But these two are taking it to another level. Fantastic Kame-Goye there by Mary Ray Millers. And connects her with a Blade Runner to Meika Zuko. Goes for the cover once again, but Kazuko gets the kick out. I would have bet anything that Meika Zuko would have gone down to that. The fans are on their feet. Apoplectic here. Pull through in the short arm for that Scorpion Death Drop by Meika Zuko. Pulls her in once again for another Kame-Goye. Utilizing those knees gets Mary Ray Millers out of the first. round. She is, as we speak currently, the champion, but for how long? And while Mary Ray Millers got to celebrate for a few seconds with that championship, she has now got to prepare for this woman, Callie Caplan. Mary Ray Millers just defeating Mei Kazuko. She is, for all intents and purposes, the interim legacy champion. But if she can survive the next 2 rounds, she will officially win it. But Callie Caplan may look to put a stop to that. Callie Caplan does have the fresh woman advantage after Mary Ray Millers just went through about a 10-minute war with Mei Kazuko. Callie Caplan definitely has some incredible advantage here, but she's going to have to try and take advantage of Mary Ray Millers' weakened state. Because if she cannot, then it is going to prove even harder for whoever makes it to the final round. You can see Mary Ray Millers pacing on the outside, knowing what's to come. James Jackson rings the bell. Mary Ray Millers maybe got 2 minutes to recover from that matchup. And now she's in there with Callie Caplan, who's going to look to systematically take her apart. Utilize that fresh woman advantage to try and make it to the final round of this gauntlet. And Callie with a Queen Kong knee drop off the middle rope. Locking in a very interesting double arm bar here on Mary Ray Millers. Will she be able to get the submission victory? Doesn't look like it here as Mary manages to escape. Saw Mary, of course, get her leg worked over by Mei Kazuko. But these shots right to the midsection and then a spinning back kick. Going all over attack is Callie Caplan. Mary Ray Millers' interim championship status may remain just that if Mary cannot get back into this one. It's only been about a minute into the second round, and Mary now having to go into desperation tactics with that Russian leg sweep into the punches. Up to the top rope she goes. We saw her utilize the ropes quite a bit in her first round. And that missile dropkick flush connecting with the brow line of Callie Caplan. That's what won her the first round, the Kame Goye. But the smart interim champion knows that that is not going to get her the win. Poison Rana off the ropes. Talk about desperation. Good Lord. Callie to the middle. Goes for the Bama-Ye off the middle and nearly breaks her own spirit on the landing. Definitely not pretty. These women are getting their money's worth out of the ropes. Elbow to the back of Callie Caplan. Callie Caplan now just getting destroyed in the ring by Mary Ray Millers. This one already starting off hot. Who will make it to the final round to face Max the Impaler? Vicious Northern Lights by Millers. Mary Ray Millers trying to keep her interim FNF Legacy Championship that she got by defeating Mei Kazuko in the first round of the gauntlet, but Callie Caplan is not making it easy with that sunset flip, and now just attacking the leg on the outside. And a tuck and roll twisting face buster there. Callie Caplan is a master at making moves that I've never even seen before. Mary Ray Millers throwing Callie Caplan back in the ring, though. Callie may have done a little bit too much style over substance on the outside. That big chop is evaded by Millers, who looks to go back to the top. Big Tokyo Jam off the top rope. Could that put away Callie Kaplan here? Nearly got her, but couldn't get it done when it counted. And look at these attacks by Mary Ray Millers, taking down Callie Kaplan. Going to attack the leg, make it harder to base for the Neon Sunset, but Callie not going to take that lying. Oh, the disrespect here by Callie Kaplan. The Bomaye to Mary Ray. And goes in for the cover, but Mary defiantly kicking out at one. Springboard up and over. Mary ducked Callie Kaplan, and that could be the moment she needs. Goes for the line, but nobody home. Kick from Callie. Twisting neck breaker. And pops back in for the splash. And again, out at one for Mary Ray. Callie Kaplan can't seem to keep a beat on Mary, but she's got her here. MKM, the modified Kaplan mutilation. That rear naked choke applied. And will Mary Ray be forced to submit? This has been going on for about 8 or 9 minutes, meaning Mary Ray has already competed for 20 minutes in the ring. She has been going, and it is definitely not going to get any easier. Fantastic takedown, and even a little bit of a taunt by Mary Ray. Goes for the cover, but Callie kicks out at 2. Callie Kaplan needs to stay on her, but Mary Ray needs to do the same. Mary on the ground as Callie continues the assault. We've already seen the MKM, but we've yet to see Callie pull out more of her signature offense from the bag of tricks. Fantastic springboard splash there. And nearly gets the interim championship for herself. Saw Callie utilize the middle rope early in this match for the Queen Kong Ning drop, but couldn't quite get it. Callie with the kick. Callie has her in that position, and it's time for the Neon Sunset. Goes in, and no! Mary Ray gets the kick out at 2 from Neon Sunset. Callie went for the double knees, but Mary far out of the way. Big drop salt by Millers. Mary Ray Millers going back to this Dragon Sleeper. Nearly got her the win over Mei Kazuko, but couldn't quite get it done. Will Callie submit here and bring Mary to the finals against Max the Impaler? Not quite. Mary thrown over, and Callie hooshing her to the outside. Callie going back to this double armbar neck crank combination. Will she be able to at least make her tap out on the floor? It wouldn't get her the win, nor would it make her move on, but it could definitely do some damage. Mary not even able to escape. Callie letting her go. Mary Ray needs to get this back in the ring and put away Callie Kaplan, because she has still got to contend with the indomitable Max the Impaler. Oh, and that could be Mary's fatal flaw. She went in for the pose, and Callie could be going in for the kill with the Fujiwara. Will Mary submit to that? It doesn't look like she will, but has enough damage been done? Can she even kick out at this point? She barely can. Callie looking to fly, to take to the sky with a moonsault to the back. Good Lord, and then a sliding forearm to the face of Mary Ray Millers. Callie Kaplan, she has gone into double time here. They've been going for over 10 minutes. They know exactly what this means. The longer they go, the easier the pickings for Max the Impaler. Callie Kaplan and Mary Ray Millers. Bomaye from Mary Ray. And is that that gonna get it done? No, Callie kicks out of Mary Ray Miller's best shot. But she looked like she may have been going for something else that Mary Ray desperately needed. Mary Ray Miller's trying to figure out exactly what she has to do. Big belly to belly by Callie Kaplan. Has the kick. And it could be the kill shot incoming. Neon Sunset for the second time. And is that gonna get it done? It's not. Mary Ray Millers desperately wants to fight on. But at this point, what can she do? Even if she makes it to Max the Impaler, is it even going to be a match? Callie Kaplan now looking for the modified Kaplan mutilation, but Mary Ray Miller's got out of the way. Springboard, Poison Rana again. Mary Ray Millers is fighting and fighting with everything she's got. Mary Ray with the twisting leg drop. She has got to put Callie away. This is what won her the first round match. The Kame Goye. Is that going to be enough? Pulling her in and just spinning her right round. Could Mary Ray actually do this? Could she make it to the final round? It's becoming more and more realistic by the second, it would seem. Mary trying to spin her around. Big twisting Uranagi by Mary Ray, and she's going up, feeding off the energy of the FNF faithful. The Tennessee Jam is countered. Callie went for a dive, but Mary was out of position. Mary Ray Miller's going back up once again. Could she be looking for it one more time? Tennessee Jam once again countered by Callie. Neither woman giving an inch, both trying to take a mile back to that variation on the face buster. Callie and Mary have been going at it like crazy. Big monkey flip nearly sends her out of the ring. Good Lord. And Callie now needs to try and put her away for good. Mary Ray Millers is barely managing to hold on by a thread. Callie off the ropes with the moonsault onto Mary Ray. Goes for the cover. And Mary still kicks out. She's going for it again. She's lining it up a second time. Is this gonna do it? Mary gets the knees up on the second attempt. Callie's in harm's way, clothesline by Millers. These two are fighting with everything they've got, and this isn't even the final round. Mary manages to take Callie down and goes for the cover. And Callie still kicks out at 2. Callie Kaplan trying desperately to figure out what it is to crack Mary Ray Millers, and Mary thinking the same. This is brutal. Those Muay Thai knees and that TNA kick by Callie Kaplan. Mary pulling in. This has turned into a slugfest after a quite respectful opening to this matchup. It has just turned into a war. And a war of attrition. At that, a moonsault off the top this time. The double knees. The backflip into him again. That was an incredible sequence there by Callie Kaplan to get the win. Good God. And all of that just for Callie Kaplan to find her way to Max the Impaler. James Jackson's going to give her a second with the belt, but we've got to throw to the entranceway. And while Callie celebrates, she has handed the title back to James Jackson, taking a moment to compose herself because she is now looking across from Max the Impaler, the former FNF Destiny champion, if only for a short amount of time. Max the Impaler, the freshest competitor in this matchup. And after Callie Kaplan just went 15 minutes with Mary Ray Millers, I can only imagine what Max the Impaler has in store. We know Callie is tough, but Max is a brick wall. And this is for all the marbles. The person who wins here tonight will be the inaugural FNF Legacy champion. And Max just starting off toying with Callie Kaplan, a vicious backbreaker. And Max the Impaler looking to fly. This is incredible, but overshoots it. Callie manages to try and get back into it. Callie, time will tell if that 15.5-minute matchup was just warm-up or if it was a wear down. Callie fighting with everything she's got, goes for the Acai DDT, caught into an Oklahoma Stampede. Callie gets caught with that discus punch in the face, and then Max with that body splash off the ropes, going for a mercy killing early, but only gets 2. Max the Impaler trying desperately to put away Callie Kaplan, but Callie is gonna fight until she physically breaks. This hold did a lot of good for Callie in her match with Mary Ray Millers, this double scissored armbar and the neck crank. But Max the Impaler, it's going to be a lot tougher to submit than Mary Ray Millers. Callie Kaplan with the double arm toss to Max. Max trying to get back into it by lifting up Callie with one leg, no less. Just a little bit of showing off by Max the Impaler before dropping Callie on her face. Springboards and it connects with that headbutt on the Impaler. Goes for the cover and only gets 1. This move, Callie, when she hit it last match, got 2 different results. She hit one, missed the other, but she hits this one. Batting 2 for 3 on that. Dragon screw by Max the Impaler, but Callie getting back into it. She drops the knee on the arm of Max. And Max the Impaler, just a couple of maneuvers, gets him back into this matchup almost immediately. But look at Callie playing a little bit of hardball on Max the Impaler. Back suplex, but Callie dead weighted Max and managed to get out. This is officially the move that got her the interim championship. But it was a combination of a lot of other offense that led to that point that she just has not done to Max the Impaler yet, but she's well on her way. Look at this onslaught by Callie. Good Lord, into the tornado kick. Callie Kaplan firing on all cylinders. I don't think it's caught up with her yet. But Max, not one for playing around, just sends Callie over the top. This doesn't end well. Back suplex on the apron from Max the Impaler. Good Lord, no, into the crowd, barely misses. Max nearly gave these front row patrons, the FNF faithful, an in-person showing, instead throwing Callie into the ring steps. And Max may be looking to take a referee stoppage victory here. Of course, no countouts, no disqualifications, just has to end in the ring. Callie barely getting to her feet as Max is right there. Callie fighting with everything she's got. But even still, it's Max who manages to stop beforehand, but a big famouser to the back of the head. Kick in the face by the Impaler and right back into the steps, but Callie narrowly misses. Big knee lift, but Callie kicks the leg out of their leg. On the floor, swinging neck breaker. And a big body splash as well. Callie Kaplan fighting with everything she can to try and keep Max on the defensive. Callie running back in, wants some more damage on Max the Impaler. Back to this neck breaker and again to the splash, but she hit her foot on the barricade. Could that come back to haunt her? Callie utilizing the ring area to try and deal some damage to Max the Impaler. And for the first prolonged period in this match, Max is on the defensive with no sign of respite. Callie going back into those strikes that brought her to the dance, but one headbutt is all it takes for Max to reestablish dominance. Of course, the person who manages to win here wins it all, wins all the marbles, and Callie gonna take advantage, but Max, that was a bait in like a bear trap. Callie, though, not one to avoid a fight, has her locked in the MKM. The modified Kaplan mutilation applied. Max the Impaler nowhere to go. Managing to roll to the side and fight off with some elbows, but it took a lot to break the iron grip of Callie Kaplan. Jawjacker by Callie. And a snapmare with a vicious sliding knee as well. And Callie could be looking to go all the way. But Max with the counter at the perfect time. Callie hoisted up by Max for that fall away slam. And the Impaler, oh good God, goes to the top now. What do they have in mind here? Callie has got nowhere to go, but Max the Impaler could not line it up properly. Just goes to show that even when you are an incredible beast, you are not infallible off the ropes. Body splash to Kaplan. Callie out at one. Max the Impaler getting frustrated with Callie Kaplan here. Toss over the top rope. Callie in a bad way. Max the Impaler taking it back to the outside with that back suplex on the apron. But Callie is trying desperately and takes down Max one more time. Look at the elbows to the side of the head, and Callie's got a submission move applied on the outside. Cannot get the submission victory out here, but this is an incredibly damaging hold. A twister applied by Callie Kaplan upon further inspection. But Callie doesn't really matter. She may have just made Max the Impaler dead weight, and she gets in and she's feeling herself. Max the Impaler not too happy about that one. But it may not matter. Hooks him up. Twisting Dream Crusher by Callie Kaplan. Max is getting furious right now, picking up Callie Kaplan. Oh no. Power bomb to the floor. And Max is mad. Good God. That was brutal. Callie managing to get back to her feet. Roll back in, but Max the Impaler not ready for it to end just yet. Ran in for a knee strike, but nobody home. Callie catches him. Dream Crusher one more time. And is that gonna do it on Max the Impaler? Not quite. Callie Kaplan has officially been going for 25 minutes. and shows no signs of stopping against Max the Impaler. This has been a totally opposite match to the one she just had against Mary Ray Millers. But Max with the Magna Claw grabbing the wrist for extra damage. Callie manages to barely get out of the way. Callie Kaplan picking up Max the Impaler, hits the kick. And this could do it. Callie Kaplan with the Neon Sunset. And will that put away Max? No, it will not. Callie nearly became the undisputed Legacy champion. Callie Kaplan, it's got to start to affect her at some point. You can see her sucking air, just struggling to breathe as Max effortlessly throws Callie around. Professional wrestling, some of the hardest activity that any normal human can take on, and these two, quite frankly, are not normal. Max the Impaler, spiral bomb to Callie. And there it is. No, Callie kicks out. Good God, Callie kicked out of the spiral bomb, and Max now struggling, looking like they are going for a Boston Crab. A very standard move, but with how much damage Callie has sustained, it may be too much. Callie's back may snap in half before she gives up, though. Max the Impaler goes for it and nails a heat-seeking elbow. Oh, not this way. No, not this way. Callie, kick out. No! Max the Impaler gets the win. They couldn't do it with decimation. They had to do it with smarts. Max the Impaler becomes the undisputed FNF Legacy champion. And as we get into our next contest here, it is time for us to crown the undisputed tag team champions. After the closure of the original FNF, Elise Millers and Akane Tsuji were the tag team champions. But it was vacated upon the closing. So now it is time to determine if they can get it back. Elise Miller and Akane Tsuji took on all comers and, more importantly, beat them all. So let's see if they can do it again. Morgan Jindrak on the left, Yuri Kushida on the right. They have won tag team championships in a lot of places, but they've never done it in FNF. So let's see if they can get it done here tonight. Yuri Kushida and Morgan Jindrak are an incredibly talented tag team, but at least in the original FNF, Yin and Yang seemed undefeatable. Like nobody could even try. offense from both teams as Elise Miller pairs off with Morgan Jindrak. And a nice back fist by Elise Miller as Akane Tsuji takes down Yuri Kushida. Keep your eyes on Elise. Fantastic into the Matrix Revolutions. Takes down Morgan Jindrak. And Elise Miller looking for something big here, but look at that shot to the back of the head of Yuri Kushida. Elise, nobody home, but caught her on the rebound with the neck breaker. And a neck snap as well. Big pump punch there by Yuri Kushida. And so far has been mostly yin and yang, dominating both members of the Dreamers. But Morgan trying to get back into it as Akane Tsuji drops Yuri Kushida on the ground, and Morgan has a shovel. What's she gonna do with that? Miss the first attack with it. Goes up to the middle rope now. Diving axe handle to the back. Yuri Kushida specifically has not done much in this match. Doesn't seem like she's able to. Back and forth they go. Look at this. A big DDT with the legs. Leg scissors takedown, and Akane Tsuji taking down Yuri on the floor as Elise Miller lays in the shots with the shovel. Morgan running over, going to stop that, and Elise Miller, nobody home. She committed to that dive, and Morgan got way out of the way. And Yuri grabbing a Singapore cane. And now it has paired off once again. Akane Tsuji back in the ring with Morgan Jindrak as Yuri is fighting Elise now. And Morgan is just taking it to Akane Tsuji in the ring. Look at that pendulum kick as Yuri Kushida with that headlock taking down Elise Miller, and Akane Tsuji just getting hit with the metal end of that shovel by Morgan Jindrak. Oh no. Back suplex on the shovel. Picks her up. Gutbuster on Morgan. And Elise back up to her feet as Yuri breaks up the pin. Look at the Singapore cane shots as Morgan goes back to work on Elise. And Yuri pairs back off with Akane Tsuji. And now a couple of splashes by Morgan Jindrak. Big takedown, and Morgan's left all alone as Yuri grabs another Singapore cane. Big swanton by Morgan Jindrak. Double pin. Kick out by Akane. But Elise almost put away. Lots of elbows here by Yuri Kushida as Elise Miller looking to do some more damage onto Morgan Jindrak. Lots of weapons being introduced in this one. What do you need that for, Elise? This seems like overkill with the ladder. And Akane Tsuji and Yuri Kushida in the ring. Oh goodness, Sidewinder into a gut buster. Summer split by Elise Miller on the floor as a Boston Crab is locked in on Yuri Kushida. but Yuri manages to fight off. Grabs the Singapore cane, but nobody home. On the outside, Morgan and Elise doing battle as Yuri and Akane do the same in the ring, but Elise getting in as that Singapore cane is clattered over Yuri Kushida. And nearly gets the win. Elise tried to play defense, but Morgan a little too fast. Oh goodness, Morgan Jindrak. Powerbomb to Yuri. Powerbomb on the ladder to Elise. Talk about a mirror match. Good God, Elise Miller may never walk again after that one. Elise managing to get back to her feet, but Morgan now has another weapon. Look at the smacks in the face by Yuri Kushida. Dragon screw barely missing the ladder. Did we really need a second ladder? This is just not right. Oh my goodness. Oh, Harlem Hangover. Some of her on the ladder to Morgan Jindrak. And that gets the win for Yin and Yang to become the undisputed tag team champions. That was an incredibly brutal matchup, but the status quo is regained as the Dreamers fall victim to Yin and Yang. And as we get into the next contest, it is time to determine the Destiny champion, featuring two former champions. As Nikita Ventura, who had maybe the most shocking win in FNF history, defeating Lazara Morgan for the Destiny championship, now looks to take on Daphne Dangerously. See if she can do it again. Nikita Ventura, definitely an incredibly talented individual in the ring, but her size has always been detrimental to her in the past. And against someone like Daphne Dangerously, that could be put into full effect. The master of the back body drop from the Netherlands, Daphne Dangerously. And Daphne Dangerously, one of the toughest competitors in the world. Will she be able to walk away with the Destiny Championship she technically never lost? Daphne Dangerously definitely has a lot in the tank, but she's going to have to deal with the ultimate underdog in Nikita Ventura. James Jackson holds the championship above his head. Who will walk away with the championship when it's all said and done? Nikita managing to take down Daphne early, but already a mistake made by Nikita, and that is what has cost her so much over the years. Is easy to avoid mistakes like that. Daphne Dangerously grabbing Nikita Ventura and with one hand power bombing her straight to hell. Stacks her up, but only gets in the position, doesn't even get a 1 count. Daphne dangerously gonna have to work extra hard to swat the flea that is Nikita Ventura, the Mighty Mouse. But she's doing just that already with that knee to the sternum. Look at that speed achieved for the running knee in the corner. And Daphne continuing to use her knees as weapons and her arms as well. Nikita reeling as Daphne tries to catch her, but nobody home. Daphne dangerously thrown in the corner by Nikita Ventura. And Nikita has picked Daphne's leg to target here. But Nikita not able to capitalize right away, and what a flawless drop kick by Daphne dangerously. You don't often see someone her size leave their feet, but when they do, it is devastating. And Daphne now just lacing Nikita Ventura with strikes. And another knee lift to boot, but Nikita is trying to fight back, the ultimate underdog. And now trying to avoid getting walking broad with the back body drop on the floor, and the FNF faithful love them. Toss into the barrier at ringside as well. This is absolutely brutal on the behalf of Daphne dangerously. Gets her back in the ring now. Daphne went for, looked like a pull through into an attack, but Daphne countered, and Nikita hit that incredible knee, and then that Phoenix splash off the middle rope. And now the kicks coming in from Nikita Ventura, up and over behind the back with that one. And Nikita throws Daphne over the ropes this time, staggers her. Forearm shot and a drop kick of her own takes Daphne down. Who will manage to put the other away and win the Destiny Championship? Nikita looking to dive, and what a clothesline by Nikita Ventura, then using her knee to deal some damage. Oh goodness, on the outside, a power bomb, and that right there is called a momentum shifter. Big bullplex there by Daphne dangerously, but Nikita follows through with the knee. And the punches and the kicks. Daphne forced into the apron. Now dropping the knee on the arm is Daphne dangerously hits that bicycle knee. Nikita Ventura trying to get back into it. Nikita Ventura desperately wants to try and put away Daphne dangerously, but Daphne has just been so resilient. Dropped on the top rope by Nikita. Goes for the Mighty Mouse trap, but nobody home. Daphne not going to let that happen. Grabs her. Choke slam by Daphne dangerously. And that could be enough, but Nikita kicks out. Daphne not done there, however, grabs her by the throat. But Nikita had the counter for the choke breaker. Nikita may be done playing around as she is thrown over, though. Daphne may feel the same. Daphne dangerously stalking Nikita Ventura. Oh my goodness, the disrespect! The disrespect, the choke breaker on the floor by Nikita Ventura. What in the world did we just witness? And Daphne is seeing red. At this point, Nikita throws her back in the ring, however. I have never known Nikita Ventura to be a disrespectful fighter, but that was incredibly disrespectful by Nikita Ventura. Calling her up now. Diving Meteora off the top to Daphne dangerously. And now could be looking to finish it here. Mighty knees to dangerously. Goes in for the cover, and Daphne kicks out of that 3-hit combination, including her own signature maneuver. Daphne just absorbed that single leg drop kick. Didn't even go down from it. The kicks aplenty by Nikita Ventura. And Nikita now grabbing Daphne and hitting her again with that kick in the back. Dropping more knees. I've never seen Nikita perform in this manner, and the fans are quickly shifting their tune. You can hear them chanting for Daphne. They don't want this side of Nikita that they've been given. Daphne dangerously manages to nail an incredible power slam, but Nikita kicks out. Nikita got the shoulders up off the power slam. Daphne throwing her into the corner, and another knee lift. We saw her do this before, the running knee in the corner. And now grabbing Nikita Ventura for a running fisherman's buster. And once again, this time the Kamigoye, a knee-heavy evening. Goes in for the cover and does not get the 3. And Nikita managing to reverse Daphne, but the fans still apoplectic at Nikita's display. Oh, good Lord, a Liger bomb to Nikita Ventura. Picks her up, and another Liger bomb to Nikita. Good God. Oh, she's going for a third. This is just brutal. A third Liger bomb to Nikita Ventura. And a knee to the face for good measure. And now just trying to put Nikita away. Discus lariat to Ventura. Pulls her in one more time. Fisherman's buster. Something's got to give. Kamigoye. She is just hitting everything on Nikita Ventura. Nikita can't even defend herself at this point. James Jackson may have to call this one early if this continues. Another fisherman's buster, and she hooks the leg. And Daphne thought she had it, but Nikita survived. At this point, what more can you do? Just tossing her hither and yon. One more time with this running power slam onto Ventura. Nikita desperate to try and get back into this one, but it's going to take a miracle even while she's on offense. Parallel snapmares there into that roundhouse kick. Hooks her. Mighty mousetrap, and twists Daphne inside outwards. And goes for the pin, but no dice. Close, but no cigar. Daphne dangerously on the ground as Nikita goes to the top, calling Daphne to attention. Diving clothesline, but Daphne got the punch in the stomach. Daphne trying to think of what to do next. Went for a knee stinger, but nobody home. Got it that time around. Tosses her up and over, and they're back on the outside now. And Nikita has gotten the better of Daphne every time they've been to the outside. Rana on the floor by Nikita Ventura. Now just pulling against the arm with that arm breaker onto Daphne dangerously. And Daphne now on the outside. Nikita screaming at her, get back in the ring. Daphne baited her out there and throws her right into the steps. Good God. This one has turned very personal between these two. What originally was a friendly first-time matchup. And now these two are seeing red and they are out for blood. Daphne thrown by Nikita now. Back in the ring. Nikita goes. She sees Daphne trying to catch a breather. You saw Daphne sucking air. And now Nikita not a fan of that one. Daphne in the barrier. The FNF faithful trying to will her on. But Nikita wants none of that. Again with that full Nelson into the pump kick from Nikita Ventura. And Daphne dangerously on such a defensive play right now because Nikita is all offense right now, but a big regal knee trembler from Daphne may get her back into it. Back in the ring they go. Nikita caught by Daphne. Choke breaker to Nikita Ventura. 1, 2, 3. Daphne gets the win. Good God Almighty. What a match. A lot of hard feelings, no doubt, between those two, but Daphne survives and becomes the Destiny champion. Welcome everyone now to the chamber match. Our FNF ring crew put their hearts into making this chamber. And it is now time to see who will get an open match contract for anything they want and anything they desire. We knew all 6 of the entrants, but then this person, whoever it is, clearly sent by Dean Morgan, attacking Lazara Morgan, stealing her entrance number. Will she unmask herself? There's no way. It's Jamie Hayter! She has been sent here on a mission from Dean Morgan. And she has got herself a spot in this chamber. Undeserved. But she could go out there and win the whole thing. She's even got herself a spot in the pod. Out next is Kaylee Mercer. And you can see Kaylee even mouthing out loud, "Is that who I think it is?" And it is. It's Jamie Hayter, who attacked Lazara Morgan, stole her entrance spot. I can't believe what we are seeing here tonight. Otherworldly. See Kaylee eyeing Jamie as she gets in the pod. I can't believe this. This has got to be the darndest thing I have ever seen. There are 2 pods left, and one of them will be occupied by Yelena Marquez. Yelena Marquez has drawn at least a decent number, as she will not have to be one of the 2 starting this thing. But she is definitely one to keep an eye out for. Yelena Marquez has always been bubbling under the surface, ready and willing to try and take that next spot of elevation. And I think that this could be the perfect opportunity to do just that. Everyone so far as they have entered has given a side eye to Jamie Hayter on M&A business. And the last person to find themselves in one of the pods, it's only Doom! So we know the 4 people in the pods. So that means the 2 starters are going to be Mia Jones and Neva Leslie. Doom making her way in the ring. Going into this, before the news that Lazara Morgan was attacked backstage and replaced, Doom to many was the most dangerous woman in this match. Nobody knew exactly how they were going to scout her. But now she's going to have to play second fiddle to Jamie Hayter. So now it's time for the first of the 2 women who are going to be starting this one out to enter. Neva Leslie, the first one in the ring. She wants to win. She's going to have to outlast every other competitor. Neva, an incredible competitor in her own right. I do not know if she has the ability to do all of that. Neva Leslie, of course, nearly ended the original FNF as pure champion, but lost it in the unification match to Manami Toyota. Could she be looking to get back into this? She walked right over to Kaylee Mercer and to Jamie Hayter and to Doom. Just eyeing all of them, especially Jamie Hayter, though. And then the last one to start it all off, Mia Jones. Mia Jones, of course, was rapidly ascending to the top. Many people pegged her as a future world champion after her performances against Kaylee Mercer. But now she's got to start from the bottom and make her way all the way back to the top. Mia Jones starting against Neva Leslie, and it's going to be a long night for these two in this incredibly massive chamber. Let's get into this one. James Jackson gonna have his hands full tonight. Neva already getting overwhelmed by Mia Jones, who goes straight to targeting the arm. We know how much Mia Jones can do damage to the arm, truly like no other. But Neva showcasing some incredible acumen with that wrist lock escape there. And just a standard fisherman suplex as well. Of course, every 90 seconds, a new competitor will enter this matchup. Neva looking to fly here. And will she be able to connect? And very sloppy connection, but connection all the same. Neva with the big boy senton as well. And goes to Mia's arm now. A little bit of mind games on display by Neva Leslie, who takes control. Lifts her up. Fisherman's Buster. Of course, the winner of this match can quite literally use their open contract on anything they want. And just like that, it is time for a new entrant to make their way into the ring. Who will be able to enter next? Jamie Hayter draws unlucky number 3. Jamie Hayter now entering, and Neva Leslie, I thought earlier when she was chatting to Jamie that it may have been a bit of an alliance forming, but Neva clearly not interested in that. Mia Jones caught with the poison rana by Neva Leslie. Jamie Hayter, the woman under the mask, sent on a special mission by Dean Morgan, a Bimmy to Jimmy suplex, and both ladies attacking Jamie. But will Jamie be able to hold them off? A big flatliner by Hayter to Leslie. And a Rainmaker as well goes in for the cover. But only a 1 count as Jamie turns her attention to Mia Jones. And it is already time once again for another entrant. Big overhead suplex by Jamie Hayter. And it's Doom at number 4 as Neva and Mia tag team on Jamie Hayter. No eliminations thus far. As Jamie takes Doom to the outside, but Neva now focusing her attention on Doom, it would seem. Big short arm clothesline there by Jamie Hayter, and Doom now tossing Neva into the chamber pod and just rubbing her face on the metal grating on the outside of it. Big diving elbow to the back of Jamie Hayter. Goes for the cover and nearly gets the elimination, but not quite able to. Jamie Hayter desperately trying to get away from Mia Jones, but Mia targeting that left arm as she so often does. It is her main target in every match is the left arm, as another participant looking to enter. Who will be number 5 in the chamber? It's Yelena Marquez, meaning that Kaylee Mercer has the final entrance spot. And now there are 5 competitors in the ring, but crucially still no eliminations in the open contract chamber match, and Jamie goes down hard from the tag team of Doom and Mia Jones, who responds with a DDT in kind. Who will be the first to go? Neva and Mia have been in there a while. Oh, the unholy alliance of Yelena Marquez and Jamie Hayter. But then Jamie and Yelena imploding on one another. Yelena not a fan of how Jamie got here. And an interceptor by Neva Leslie. Look at the power by Hayter on that. And Mia Jones takes down Neva Leslie that time. And now it's time. The final entrant, Kaylee Mercer, will exit her pod. Big pile driver from Yelena Marquez to Doom. Mia Jones may be looking to tap out. Jamie Hayter here on the outside. But lets her go as Neva and Kaylee look to do battle on one another. Doom in the corner, but nobody after her quite yet. Yelena now changing that. Look at this inverted Alabama slammer to Kaylee. And then that camel clutch by Neva. And now Kaylee back in to this one. Still no eliminations as Doom hits a fantastic fall-away slam. And a big single underhook DDT. But Neva kicks out. Something's got to give here. Another pile driver to Doom by Yelena Marquez. Good Lord. Oh, the twisting pile driver from Mia Jones as Yelena dives down. And Jamie kicks out. Doom kicks out. So much happening. So little space to work. And a big half and half to Yelena Marquez. Cravat neckbreaker as Yelena is sent to the outside. Mia and Neva, the 2 ladies who started it off. Half and half to Neva. We have interestingly not yet seen Mia and Kaylee lock eyes, which many people assumed would be a surefire thing. And a forearm smash by Kaylee could put Hayter away. And not quite. Jamie kicks out. Jamie Hayter back up. Hits a jumbo knee, a Busaiku onto Mia Jones. Neva with a springboard crossbody. Jamie attacking Kaylee as Doom and Yelena do battle on the outside. Kick out by Doom. Still no eliminations. Big Northern Lights. Neva could be out of there. Neva kicks out once again. Now just stomping on the hands of Jamie Hayter is Kaylee Mercer. Up and over. Now 3 women on the outside, 3 on the inside. Could Kaylee be the first elimination? Not quite. Jamie kicked, not able to put her away. They have got to do something here. German from Jamie. Good Lord, the elevation. Neva Leslie with the inverted Alabama slam as Yelena and Kaylee are thrown out at the same time. Could Mia be the first to give? She is. Mia tapping out. She's the first to go. Desperately, but Neva not in a hurry to let that one out. Neva now grabbing Doom and just throwing her into the pod. And could Kaylee be the next to go? Not quite. Doom up on the top. She wants Yelena to her feet. Diving DDT on Yelena Marquez. As Jamie and Neva stalk Kaylee. Maybe that team up was more realistic than we thought. But Kaylee is fighting with everything she's got. Regoplex! Back up and Kaylee Mercer grabbed by Jamie Hayter. Another exploder suplex. Could Yelena be out of there? Not quite. Yelena kicking out at 2. Hayter goes for the cover on Kaylee Mercer, but kicks out, does Mercer. Big arm drag, and Jamie sets her sights on Yelena now. Rainmaker from Jamie Hayter! 2. And Yelena kicks out of the Rainmaker. Good God. Kaylee Mercer now. Tiger driver to Doom. And these 5 are just going crazy on one another. Jamie and Neva have been on again, off again, working together. Went for the German, but nobody home. Kaylee countered, and Neva focusing in on her now. Regoplex right on the neck. That was a hard landing to watch. Good God. Neva Leslie, Tiger suplex to Yelena Marquez. Doom incoming. Rainmaker to Doom. And that could be the next elimination, and it is. Then there were 4. Yelena kicks out at 2. There are only 4 women left. Big backbreaker to Kaylee. Who's going to be the next eliminated as Jamie and Kaylee continue their never-ending battle? Yelena and Neva can't decide where they want to compete. And it looks like Jamie's setting her eyes on Neva. The alliance has ended. Jamie played Neva like a fiddle. Neva up and over. Tiger driver 98 to Kaylee. That could be it right there. Goes in and Kaylee's done. And then there were 3. Big lariat to Neva. Neva's not quite out. She was the first entrant. Jamie Hayter's not done, but Yelena isn't either. Yelena trying to put Jamie Hayter down for good off the ropes with that flying uppercut. But Neva's right there on Yelena. Trying to get her in a better position here. Tosses her in the corner, and Jamie's right there. Big takedown by Hayter. But Neva with the lowercase AA. Oh, we saw Neva take Mia out with this earlier. The inverted Alabama Slammer into the camel clutch. And Yelena's out of there. It's down to Hayter and Leslie. Oh my goodness, Jamie Hayter doing some damage. Neva in the splash zone for that cross body. Back up. Interceptor! Takes her down. 2. And Jamie kicks out. Neva wants her up. If she can hit this, it's over. She has her up. Inverted Alabama Slammer. And the camel clutch is applied deeply. And Neva Leslie gets the win. Neva Leslie has the open match contract for any match she wants. But she had to survive from number 1 to get it done. As we move into our main event. We get into our main event. It is time to determine the undisputed FNF World's Champion. It has been a long night of action, but it all coalesces here in the main event. Who will be the top dog? Who will be the woman to beat? Going forward, we've got 3 strong choices, a former world champion in each of the 3 corners. Estrella Elite makes her way out first. And this is all about outlasting the clock. Cassidy Clark out next, the first ever FNF World's Champion. Lost it in contentious circumstances at the end of Season 1. And she never got her hands on Fleur Elise again. But tonight she gets what she wants. And let's see if it's everything she wanted and more. And out last is the virtuoso of violence, Fleur Elise. Fleur definitely won the championship in contentious circumstances, a true cacophony of sanctimonious behavior. But Fleur Elise now looks to make her mark officially with no asterisk. So Fleur Elise definitely going to have a target on her back from both women. But I think that if anyone can handle it, she can in this 20-minute Iron Woman match. And that's what's at stake here tonight. The FNF World's Championship on the line. Who will claim that prize when it's all said and it's all done? That's what we're set to determine here tonight. And Fleur and Cassidy going against each other immediately, definitely to be expected, but Estrella turned her back already and Fleur made her pay. Cassidy Clark with a slingshot into a drop kick to the back of Fleur Elise. Both women attacking Fleur. You're rocking to Fleur as well from Cassidy. And Cassidy preemptively celebrating, but there have been no falls done quite yet. And a big back elbow string from Cassidy Clark. And a drop kick, but nobody home. Cassidy caught her on the rebound. And a fantastic drop kick, best drop kick in the business, and Cassidy going to work. Of course, this is the person who can attain the most amount of falls within 20 minutes. It very well could be just one fall separating it. In the event of a draw, it will go into sudden death. Look at the teamwork on display by Estrella and Fleur. And in the event of a tie between two competitors, it will be a 5-minute, or excuse me, there will be a one-on-one 5-minute Iron Woman sudden death match. Fleur Elise representing MNA. Of course, saw that there was another MNA hopeful in Jamie Hayter, who was unable to get the job done. Look at Cassidy Clark here. Queen's butterfly suplex. And now picking her up, single underhook DDT, a Last Crusader onto Cassidy Clark, and then the Meteora. No falls have been attempted yet. Shotgun kick by Estrella Elite. And as Fleur exits the ring, maybe looking to bring some implements, she grabs a Singapore cane and just clatters Cassidy in the face with it. But Cassidy disarms her that time. Big Rana and the punches. She has wanted to do that for so long. Just give Fleur a piece of her mind. And Cassidy taken down by Fleur. And she gets out of the way of Estrella at the same time. Big throw into the ring steps. And the Singapore cane shattered by Cassidy's boot. As Estrella with a DDT on the floor to Clark. And a neck snap by Estrella Elite. A big sit as well by Fleur Elise. Still 0-0 as the match has gone on for just over 3 minutes. Cassidy trying to get back into it. But she is thrown right back into the steel steps, and Fleur right there for Estrella. Looking for a gourd buster, but Estrella reverses into a German. The size difference leads to a less than flush connection. Big backbreaker to Estrella Elite. And the stretch plum is applied. Fleur right there for the immediate break. Oh, she wants Cassidy to pin. Just try and get it done. But Estrella kicks out of the stretch plum pinfall. Another Singapore cane in play. Right to the back of Estrella Elite. Cassidy Clark with the backstabber onto Estrella. This time Fleur runs in. And Fleur now just dominating Estrella Elite. And Fleur sent up and over while Cassidy tries to go back to work on Estrella Elite. Springboard, nobody home. And now Fleur Elite's trying to do battle. But Estrella just too damn fast. Shotgun kick as 5 minutes have elapsed. 25% gone and no falls have taken place. Big Kame Goye there as Fleur lays in the shots. Cassidy Clark going for the Queen's butterfly suplex once again. And just a knee to the head. Another backbreaker to Estrella. And Fleur looking to go to work on Estrella Elite as Cassidy's under the ring. And she's got a hockey stick. They even play hockey in London, England. Fleur doesn't care. She takes it out of Cassidy's hand. Big German to Cassidy Clark. And Cassidy's right back up. Butterfly suplex to Estrella. Cassidy grabbing Fleur. Shoulder rolls into the high kick to the face. Still no falls haven't taken place. Bicycle knee. Poison Rana to Cassidy Clark. And Fleur jaw-jacking with the fans at ringside. As Estrella Elite procures a ladder from under the ring. Oh no, Cassidy. Guard buster at her forehead, hit the edge of the ladder. Good God, she could have a concussion after that. And Fleur Elise naturally bring in another one. What the hell? Cassidy drills Estrella Elite into both ladders. Oh my God. Estrella Elite. Cassidy Clark powerbomb to Fleur Elise. Good God, how is Estrella even moving? DDT to Fleur. And Cassidy connects with Nightfall, but Fleur catches Cassidy. Estrella's down. Yokozuka cutter to Cassidy Clark. Estrella was down. Fleur picks her up. The Symphony Spine Buster. But Estrella there to break it up. Big uppercut to Estrella Elite. And Fleur has both women down. 8 minutes elapsed. No falls done. Flying Shining Wizard by Estrella. Big chop and Estrella is pissed off at Cassidy. Fleur just standing there trying to pick her moment. And these two are just going hell for leather while Fleur waits in the wings. Just tosses Estrella to the side. Fleur grabbing Cassidy. Just tossing her into the ropes. But Cassidy blasts through with the shoulder barge. Flies in for the lariat, but Fleur had the counter. German countered by Cassidy. And Estrella grabbed and suplexes Fleur-Elise. TNA kick to Cassidy Clark. Fleur is down. Cass is down. King Kong knee drop to Clark. And Fleur right there for the break, but the drop kick to the back of the head takes her down. Still no falls. Nearly halfway done, and if this keeps up, it will definitely, almost assuredly go into sudden death. Estrella and Fleur on the outside now. And the stomp to the arm. A kick in the back now. Falls can only occur in the ring as Cassidy looks to try and break this hockey stick over Estrella's back. This is just brutal. Someone needs to stop her. My God. She will not stop hitting Estrella with the hockey stick. Good God. Estrella disarms her finally and clacks her in the back of the head as the hockey stick does a pirouette on the way down. And the fans are not hiding their disappointment in Cassidy Clark. The hometown hero is getting booed by the fans for her actions. And as the ringside area is strewn about with weapons, Estrella Elite decides it's an opportune time to introduce a third ladder. Tiger driver on the floor by Cassidy. Estrella hooshes Fleur-Elise and hooshes Cassidy, that time into the barrier. Good Lord, Estrella Elite, the only one in the ring over half the time has elapsed. And Cassidy again with that hockey stick, but slammed onto the ladder at ringside. Good God. Oh, and Estrella used Fleur's moment of hesitation to swing for the fences on Cassidy Clark, getting a modicum of revenge. Still no falls have taken place. At this point, if one person can get one fall or two, then it may be the deciding factor as Cassidy once again grabs that hockey stick. Gourd buster to Estrella. And Cassidy just standing guard with her hockey stick. What is she even gonna do with that? Fleur is dropped on the top, and Cassidy managed to avoid Estrella, who just kicked James Jackson in the stomach. Good God. Estrella may have just knocked the wind out of James Jackson, but he's standing still. King Kong to no one in particular. Fleur taken down by that shotgun kick. Best drop kick in the business today. Cassidy Clark, Tiger driver to Fleur-Elise, and the stretch plum is applied, but Estrella breaks it up. The stretch plum, the shotgun from Estrella Elite. Kame Goye to Cassidy Clark, but Cassidy back up. Stretch plum applied onto Fleur, and Fleur breaks it up as Estrella nearly went down. Goes for the cover, Fleur immediately in for the break. No falls yet. These three, none of them want to get it done. 6.5 left on the clock as Cassidy is just gut-wrenching Fleur-Elise. And Fleur kicks out. And at 6 minutes 19 left, it is looking ever more possible that we will see a sudden death elimination breakout here. Fleur hooches Cassidy over. Thrust kick from Estrella. Fleur absorbed it. Twisting slam. 2, 3. Fleur gets the first fall. And that may be the last fall she needs. Estrella laying in with the hockey stick, and Cassidy with the Singapore cane. Good God, this one has been proper brutal. Fleur shot over the ropes now. Estrella with the shotgun. This could be your moment, kid. Make the most of it. Cassidy tripping up Estrella as Fleur grabs a ladder. Cassidy just attacking the leg of Estrella Elite. Oh, good Lord. German on the ladder! Oh my God! Good God Almighty! And she just hit her own head on the ladder. High kick, caught her on the rebound. Fleur back up. Bittersweet Symphony! And Cassidy lying in wait. Fleur Elise with the Bittersweet Symphony, but she wasn't able to go 2-0. She's got the successful championship in her hands at this point. If she can just survive 420, then she will walk away as the champion. But right now, I don't know if any of these three women will ever be the same. Tiger suplex to Cassidy. Estrella grabs Fleur, bicycle, Poison Rana to Fleur Elise. Thrust kick takes her down. Corkscrew shooter by Estrella, but how much damage did that do to herself? Estrella, my God, the inverted senton! That could have just killed Cassidy Clark. Oh my God! What a landing for Estrella Elite. Cassidy back to her feet and takes Estrella down. These two women, we have never heard anything about any altercations between these two, but maybe there's some bad blood brewing that we've had no idea about, that we've not been privy to. And they're both teaming up to take down Cassidy. Yokozuka cutter. Cassidy in for the break. And Fleur up and over. She landed on the ladder on her way down. My God. My God. Estrella managing to kick out of the bottom rope moonsault. She's got the Fujiwara applied off the ropes. But Fleur breaks it up. So much damage done. And Estrella in a bad way now. Cassidy with the short arm line. Estrella's got to try and get back in there, but Fleur manages to push her off. With just over 2 minutes left, Fleur is, for all intents and purposes, the world champion. But the nightfall from Cassidy, the best drop kick in the business. Not this way. Not this way. Stretch plum is applied onto Estrella Elite. And it is 1-1. Big knee. Estrella runs in, shotgun drop kick. It is 1-1 with less than 2 to go. Estrella, the odd woman out. Back elbow by Cassidy. Backdrop driver to Fleur Elise. Fleur getting back up. Cassidy looking to put her away here with this Northern Lights, but Fleur is still standing. Fleur went for the kick, nobody home. Cassidy Clark looking for the Northern Lights on Fleur this time. Thrust kick. Corkscrew shooter. Lariat to Fleur Elise from Estrella Elite, but there's less than a minute to go. It's going to come down to sudden death between Fleur and Cassidy. Back elbow from Clark, runs in, fast press to Estrella. Estrella desperately trying to make it a three-way sudden death. Fleur Elise is right there. Bittersweet. Symphony! 1, 2, but Estrella broke it up. Estrella broke it up. And that almost assuredly is gonna get it done. Waistlock takeover. And it's a draw. Fleur and Cassidy apoplectic. Sudden death. And we have cleaned up the ringside area. It is sudden death. Fleur Elise starts off immediately with Bittersweet Symphony and nearly gets it done immediately on Cassidy Clark. Both of these women have went through 20 minutes of war. And now they are back in it. Back against the wall. One fall to a finish. They each managed to get just one in the 20 minutes. Fleur goes for it. Drop kick from Clark. Fleur getting back up. She is definitely trying hard here. Big backdrop driver to Fleur Elise. Cassidy after her. Spins her around. Has her hooked. BID, blessing in disguise from Clark. Goes for the cover. And Fleur kicks out. That was close. All the desperation that Cassidy has to be back at the mountaintop. Fleur with the back elbow runs in. Takes down Cassidy. Good God. What a takedown. And Fleur not able to get it off the takedown there. Both women trying so hard for the second time in the sudden death. Bittersweet Symphony. 2. Cassidy kicks out of a second. Bittersweet Symphony. Fleur looking for a third. She has her. 3. Bittersweet Symphony. Sudden death. Is that gonna do it? It will. Fleur Elise regains the title she never lost. And that was a war, but MNA get what they wanted as we close out our broadcast for the evening.